Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss what is the best trunk bourbon. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swyatt, Kathy Cool, and Demetri Kane.
Hey, gang, what's up?
What's going on?
So, yeah, we're going to have some fun. We were at the ABV Barrel Shop yesterday, and this is when you have a store like this and you're open enough hours and you start talking about things. We get into this debate. Should there be a trunk bourbon? Is there a perfect trunk bourbon? And we'll get into what all that means after the break. But for right now, Kathy said there's something else she wanted to talk about. What is that, Kathy?
I do. Actually, Steve, I wanted to ask you about this. You put it out in the ABV, I think it was in the Barrel Shop letter, or maybe the Bourbon Notes. But I know that Rick Brenner is a big fan of the show, and a lot of people know who the legend is.
Uh-huh.
And you guys started a card campaign. And I was just wondering if you could share that with our audience.
Oh, with the audience, yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's unfortunate. I hate the situation that Rick's in now. He should be up at that barrel shop every day, hanging out with us. I mean, if things worked out how they should in life, life is very unfair, as we know. And you know, the fact Rick has ALS and he's bedridden, it's a terrible situation. But you know, so you have to go over and see him. And I thought, you know what? And a couple bourbon fans have been able to come by, even people from the industry like Stephen Fonte and stuff like that, which is very cool. But I thought, you know what? It'd be nice if people that listen to the shows, that people that know Rick, that don't know Rick, it doesn't matter. If you're a bourbon fan, he is a bourbon fan. And let me tell you something. Here's something that I can guarantee you. If I was doing a card campaign for you and Rick was fine and in complete good health, and he was the guy who was hanging out at the barrel shop, and I said, hey, here's a bourbon fan who's kind of down. Let's send that individual some cards so they know that people care about them. I guarantee you Rick Brenner would send you one, and probably a gift. I mean, that's just the type of guy he is. He's just a very generous, great guy. And I thought, you know, I'm going over to see him, and I thought it'd be nice every time I go over there just to bring him a stack of cards and say, hey, here's some fans from bourbon from around the world. And again, some may know Rick, some may not. It doesn't matter. You have the cohesive bond over bourbon. So get out a pen if you're listening to this, and let's write this down, because I'm going to give you the address. We're having them sent to me. And again, I didn't ask Rick if this was okay to do. I didn't say, hey, I was thinking about doing this. It was just something I thought, this is the right thing to do. I'm just going to do it. But I don't want to give out his personal address, because I don't think that's right to give out someone's personal home address without asking or anything like that. So it's the shop. So you'll be sending it to the shop, but you can send it to Rick Brenner, care of the ABV Barrel Shop. And our address is 6 Fox Valley Center, Arnold, ARNOLD, like the name, Arnold, Missouri, or so MO 63010. And please send a card, and that's all we're asking. And every time I go to visit Rick, I'd like, in my mind, I like to have a stack of these cards in my hand and say, hey, check these out. And I just like to keep doing that. So I'd like it to be ongoing, not just like, hey, send it this. It's not his birthday or anything like that. His birthday is actually like in November, so it has nothing to do with that. It's just a nice thing for someone who's struggling a little bit. So
Steve, doing the math on this, how many downloads does the Bourbon Daily get per month?
The Bourbon Daily gets 80,000 downloads.
So I thought 80,000. Divide that by 30 days. That gives you approximately 2,600 individuals who are listening to this podcast right now in some way, shape, or form, or at some time.
Right.
That's a lot of mail. It's going to be like sending them a Hogwarts invitation. It's going to be flying in the house like frickin' Harry Potter.
Yes,
if we do this thing right,
that would be great. Right? Everyone should send one. I mean, what? A card? I mean, you can't send a card. I think it's a very nice, and you can shop the cheap aisle too. I always famously when I shop cards, I get the cheaper ones. That's okay. It's the thought that counts here. This is all about the thought. It's not about flipping that card over and seeing, oh, that's a $6.14 card. No, it's not about that. It's about actually doing this and doing something nice for someone who really could use a boost. So that would be cool. So,
see, based upon that math, Tim, I think that what we should be doing is also getting the Postal Service involved in this, because that's going to be a lot of money that they're going to make off of
course,
right?
So
the way their business is, they'll lose money on each one, so there'll be a lot of money they're
already underwater on this transaction.
I was going to try to get a discount code. I thought, if we just plugged USPS.
Hey, my mom's a postal worker. I'll see what we can do.
Okay, there you go. McNew will get the postal workers involved.
100 stamps fall off the back of the truck. That'd be really
stamps. I'm like, hey, I want to come visit. Just slide me some over. I'll see what we can do.
It's something that folks can do, and as these start to roll in, it would be nice to take those over, and I'll post some social media stuff with Rick when I go over there and bring him some cards. So it'll be cool, very cool stuff. And that's the brutal thing about ALS is your body's shutting down, your mind is not. He still wants to interact and he still wants to talk to people and hear from people. So please send a card. That'd be awesome. Kathy, thank you. I didn't know you were going to do that, but thank you for doing that. That's a nice thing.
That's really nice, Kathy.
He's going to be so nice. He's going to be so nice to Key West. We can probably send some postcards too.
Let's send some postcards to him from Key West. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah, that would be great.
That would be good. Cool. All right. Well, guess what, gang? It is time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Kathy. Kathy, what do you got there?
I have Hidden Barn. They're batch 2.
Okay. Decent. Could be enough. We'll see. It was good. All right. Demetri, what do you got?
I'm going to be finishing off a bottle of a Nashville Barrel Company. So let's see how this goes.
I don't know them. Okay. Ooh, I think you tied Kathy.
It was completely fake. I'd like to see hand movements. I'd like to see evidence. I don't believe it. Marvin the Martian is here.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah, he said you faked it. That wasn't a real cork pop.
You think I faked that?
Yeah.
I think you faked it.
I think it would have been better if I'm going to fake something, I'm going to win definitely.
Well, I think you're testing the waters, which I fully appreciate because you play chess, not checkers.
Yeah.
This is true. Do you want me to try it again?
Sure.
Like what
you've tied Kathy. In my mind, you tied Kathy. So yeah.
There's the bottle. Okay, I do see a bottle there now. That's helpful.
So I have a microphone here.
All right.
And that's what I was going for. But okay, ready for this?
Okay. Shaking it up. Not sure how that helps.
It definitely helps. So let's see this again.
Oh,
there's nothing there. I think Tim might have you.
We know it was real.
I think Tim might have got you there.
First off, cheating is not concluding heating up the bottle. Definitely heated up the bottle, but that's not cheating. There's no rules in that. I checked. Tim. So,
interesting.
Let me get my hair dryer.
You remember the first time we ever had Gary on a show? He was like, I know how you cheat on these cork pops.
He had the scientific method laid out. But
then he explained it. It took him a half an hour to explain it. It's like, it wouldn't be worth it. It goes in and you have to heat up a wire and then there's Vaseline involved and all. I mean, what the fuck who's got time for this? I'm going to quit my job so I can win a cork pop? I mean,
who does? Lenny has time for it.
You could just easily pull a Tracy Napolitano and do a champagne bottle. Save yourself some time.
Which Gary's talking about Vaseline? I'm a little concerned here because
there was a lot that went into it.
When you're touching that much corn, a little Vaseline's used to moisturize. Let's be honest. You need the high-powered stuff.
It kind of explains the wood hat, you know. So.
Oh, I forgot there's the friction between Gary and Demetri. So yeah, sorry.
Oh no, there's no friction.
No friction, no, not at all. No, not at all. All right, the raven-haired McNew. What do you got?
So I think this is a good trunk bottle just because it's weighty. It's a hard truth sweet mash rye.
Okay. Not as good as Kathy. Kathy's got the lead. Brian Smith keeps calling me. He wants me to do a barrel pick. He's got like 80 in St. Louis right now. I can't do it. He's sold so many barrels here. They literally every gas station's got one of the restaurants. People are like, hey, City Park Grill's got one. I'm like, what do they got? 30? Their whole dining room holds like 30 people. How do they have a barrel pick? Everyone's got one. I'm saying we got to hold off a little bit. So, Parker's Heritage. Orange Curacao barrel finish.
Nice.
I'm going to need you to.
Talking over here.
You need some? Oh, here we go. I wish you would have talked over, then I could have complained.
Like Lenny.
You didn't do me a solid there by being quiet, Demetri. Yeah. You want to sample that?
Tim to try anymore?
Yeah, I'll get you a sample of that. I got plenty left right now, so I'll get you some of that. Yes, sir. I'll bring it to the shop since apparently you're going to be coming by the shop, so I'll bring some in there.
Okay.
All right, Tim, you were last but not least. What do you got there, man? Kathy's
let me disappoint everybody. My trunk whiskey is going to be High West Campfire.
Oh, that sounds like a good trunk whiskey.
Hey, Tim, have you thought about cheating?
Right,
You should think about cheating.
You might want to invest in a soundboard, Tim. Yeah.
Yes, I mean, you definitely invest into an equalizer. I'm more concerned about I'm more set on the fact that I'm just getting trolled now every show. It's now become a thing to say, I didn't hear anything. I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, you listen to the shows. What do you think? I edited it out?
And I still don't hear myself. And I'm still disappointing myself every single time.
Yeah.
Well, you have the nicest microphone setup.
I know. He sounds the best on the show, but the cork.
Yeah.
I don't... Thank you, Mr. Bill, for the microphone, because that was a whole thing. He's consciously made it his number 3 goal in life for 2023 to make sure that I can improve my cork pops. So we'll see. Number 3 goal resolution, Mr. Bill.
You need a sound. Or send you some champagne bottles. You know what? We'll just fix it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Cheers, gang.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
All right, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking a little bit about a trunk bourbon. What exactly is that? Why would you want something like that? We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky. Danny, though, you are between Jim and Victory. What do you got?
I have an Indiana rye.
Sure, Danny.
Tumble dice.
Cumble Mice. Yes, I love Cumble Mice. I'm sure that's the name of the brand, Cumble Mice. Sure.
Tumble dice.
Oh, Tumble Dice. Okay.
Yes.
That's
Freddie Mills of Ruse.
Okay. Freddie Mills of Ruse.
So we're about to pop it.
No, that was all desk is what that was. All desk, no pop. Jim wins. So Jim, you got it there, man.
Hey.
Congrats, Jim.
Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Oh my God, this is horrible.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we are discussing what is the best winter trunk bourbon.
Yes, we are. So this came again up at the ABV Barrel Shop at the bar. People got talking about it, and we said, you're really in the wintertime especially, you could use a bottle of bourbon in your trunk of your car. And there are several reasons for that. And we kind of came up with those. And again, this is not drinking and driving. You don't have access to it. It's in your trunk. So it's put away. It's there if you need it, though. And why would I need it? Well, I've got a short list here, and I think this is only a partial list. There could be other ones here. So it could potentially save your life when stranded. It is a source of liquid and calories. So it's kind of the perfect drink.
And gluten-free.
And gluten-free, yeah. So there you go.
Oh,
It could potentially be used for de-icing purposes. So say, things are iced, nice. We're talking a nice high-proof trunk bourbon. You could de-ice things. Could help you out. Okay, Demetri.
Can I throw something in there? I feel
Sure.
like that's a very dangerous thing to be throwing it on your windshield and then
Uh-huh.
turning on your vehicle.
Oh.
I just want to throw that out for safety.
Recommend that right off the bat.
I'm just going to throw that out there. I feel like it could turn into a very, just
So now
Bustable
it's
situation.
become a source of
Yeah.
heat for your campfire.
Yeah, it could.
Yeah.
It could help you light a
fuel
campfire.
source for your campfire
Yeah.
car.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It makes
Yeah.
you feel warmer. I know that the science is there. It pulls energy to your core, and then while you feel like you're warmer, and actually your extremities are. I don't care about that. What the hell? If I'm dying in a situation, I want to die feeling warmer, and I want to be drinking some whiskey. So that's that. It could be a thank you gift. Say you're stuck and you can't get out, and you're on the side of the road. Someone helps pull you out. Oh, hey, thank you very much. Here's a nice bottle. So it could be used for that. And then finally, in the event of a bear attack, you could use that as a weapon, particularly if you have the right bottle. So there's some bottles that are better than others.
that
I
hard
hope
shell
Heidi's
bottle,
listening.
perfect to attack a bear, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Like the Driftless Glen bottle we've got in stock at the
Oh,
ABV
yeah.
Barrel Shop.
That's
Man,
Yeah, that thing will
Oh my
kill a
God.
horse.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez.
yeah.
I don't
Blast.
think we should recommend that, though. I don't think that we should. It shouldn't be to go out.
What are you,
like,
our lawyer tonight?
Katie's
We're
not
going to
here.
recommend not fighting a bear.
Katie's
The
not
No,
ABV
here.
I'm not-
Network does not support the mutilation or of animals or mistreatment of animals or usage of bottles for
Weaponry purposes.
illegal activity.
They're not weapons.
I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I will fight a bear if it comes after me. I'm not going looking for it. Tim brought up fighting horses, and I'm like, I don't fight horses. Like, come on, Tim.
Wow.
Like, what kind of show is this?
Maybe.
So,
I'm going to be in competition with Demetri here because Lenny has a program. If you buy a barrel, you get one of his hand forged knives.
Allegedly.
And he says, allegedly, I haven't got one yet, but I guilted him into saying, "Hey, I've bought so many barrels, like 6 barrels now at this point. At some point, I got to get one of these knives." And so,
Six knives.
he began working on my knife this week, and he said, "What kind of knife would you like?" And I said, "Well, I need to have one in case I ever get in a bear fight." So he is making me a bear fighting knife. So we'll see. We'll see what he
Big
comes.
Bowie
That's
knife, my
perfect.
friend. That'd be nice.
Yeah, well,
fantastic.
Yeah,
Now you can bring it out. We can compare knives.
We can compare
Are we
knives.
Bear
Yeah.
fighting knives.
Yeah, we're bear
Those
fighting.
boys do, ladies. That's what we do behind the scenes. We compare the sizes of knives. Yes.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, Demetri and I can hang out. We can go into the woods and look for bears. It'll be a whole thing.
Yeah.
We'll go by Heidi's house. Heidi's always scared of bears. Yeah.
They're there.
And
If you're
then
gonna
she
find a
make fun
bear,
of
go to
her.
Heidi's
What's
house.
great about Heidi is I'm so scared of the bears, and the bears are so scared, so scared. And then you start making fun of her, and then she just denies she ever said, I never said that. I never said that. That's ridiculous. I wouldn't say that. I'm not afraid of bears. I'll go fight a bear right now. Yeah, bullshit.
She likes to deny after the
I
fact.
think
I think it's because she drinks and forgets.
That could be. It could be.
That happens.
And she's not getting any younger, folks. Let's not remember our little Heidi's. Not getting
Little
any younger.
slippage. Yes.
Yeah, it starts to happen. It happens.
A little, selective memory. It happens to us all.
I feel like the longer Steve pushes this, he's going to need like a Heidi fighting knife. Like she's
You need Heidi spray,
Heidi,
Heidi.
yes. Heidi fighting.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
so I have a, if you ever need a boxing ring to, work this out with Heidi, you just let
Sure.
me know. I've got one in my garage.
Of course.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
So,
Is it an MMA cage or is it just a boxing ring?
just a boxing ring.
Of course he's got one. Yeah, I figured. Yeah.
So there's a reason behind it. But yeah.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
Need that for a
It
later
was
show.
probably on sale.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's why you got it. It was on sale. So, trunk bourbon. Do we think this is a good idea? And if so, what would be the perfect trunk bourbon? What would we think would be something that's good?
I have an opinion.
Okay. Let's hear what you got.
All right. So this is what I think you need. First of all, if you're going to be using it to not drink, you want it to be not so expensive. You don't want to have a
Okay.
really expensive bottle. So we're
Okay.
going for lower cost, maybe middle cost.
Okay.
You want something that's not, you need proof in this because if you're going to use
Okay.
melt stuff and
Melt
keep
stuff.
warm, you
Yeah.
want to have some proof. It has to be decent enough to gift.
Yes. Yeah.
And instead of fighting the bear, maybe you could offer him a dram. So it has to be,
friends. You can make new friends.
you have to have a bourbon that a bear would enjoy.
Okay.
I've heard that, I think Wild Turkey 101 is it. I
Okay.
can see bears and turkeys hanging out, drinking,
Okay.
and it hits all those points. So I'm going to go with Turkey 101.
Wild Turkey 101. Okay. Seems to be well thought out. I'm gonna dovetail, as they say in the industry, off of what Kathy just said there, and I think she's onto the right track. But I think she missed the mark just slightly, and I'm going to say the ultimate trunk bourbon, for many of the reasons that Kathy just stated, is Old Grandad 114. So it's a little bit higher proof. It's in the same price range type of thing. It's a little bit not a little bit more rare than the 101. So I'm going to go with that. I think that's the ultimate bottle you want to have in your trunk.
Got a thicker bottle there too, Steve, with that 117 there. So that's a little more durable when you need to use it to fend off.
When the shit goes down, you want to grab the 114. Yeah.
It's going to be a little harder to break. It's a little heavier glass. That's a good call there.
Yeah. Does anybody else have thoughts on this?
Well,
Varsity McNew? Well, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course. And because it has like a little keyhole, I might like get drunk enough to find a way out of the situation. I'm like, follow it down the rabbit hole. I'm going to be fine. Or drunk and dying happy. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. Well, there you go. Well,
McNew, I'll twist on you. I will dovetail on you, as the industry says, as well. And I would switch that weeder to a Maker's Mark cask strength.
Okay.
Give me that higher proof, but give me a nice long handle to be able to grip on with that bulbous end. I got myself a Thor hammer here, is what I have.
yeah. That does look like a Thor hammer.
Yeah, that's a good
He's not wrong.
shape.
He's not wrong.
I think that gives me something, a little more heft there, gives me a little more leverage to why I'm getting so violent on this is unbelievable to me. That's what I'm thinking right off the bat.
I know you
But
guys
that's
are
a whole
like
other
fighting
ballgame.
your way out of winter's grip. You need to be like strategic.
Right.
Be embracing it. You need to
Yeah.
embrace it and be smart, but that's not me. I'd go with a Maker's Mark cast strength.
Okay. Maker's cast strength. All right, Demetri, I think you probably thought this through probably before we ever even thought of it as a topic.
You probably lived it
Yeah.
out on the farm.
Right. Yeah. This happened to him 3
Last
times
week.
in his life. Yeah.
Yes.
yesterday.
Remember when I said, who's ever hit a goat? And he's like, well, I hit one last week.
Sure you did.
Yeah,
You did.
like, oh, yeah, of course. Never
My
mind.
neighbor has goats, so the probability of me hitting one of his goats is high. When your neighbors have goats. So I would kind of, as the industry says, dovetail. I would dovetail off of everybody else, and I would go with, why are we limiting it to one trunk bourbon? I believe in a variety pack.
Okay.
So
Oh, nice.
your car breaks down, you can have something a little bit nicer, to like trade to somebody for a ride.
Uh-huh.
You can also have like a bear fighting, bourbon. So go with the higher proof bear fighting bourbon, so you can take a swig and then just numb the pain and go at it.
Spit fire, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I would have the survival whiskey, like something like Stab and Cabin plastic bottle. You can use it as a funnel to get fuel into your car.
Stab and Cabin.
Yeah, it's like cabin bourbon or something like that.
Oh, I don't know.
We call
Cabin
it stabbing.
still? You call it stabbing
Yep.
cabin. Well, that means something in some different areas of the country. So that's a whole nother ball of wax.
So yes, it's cabin still.
Cabin still.
It's just because it we always use it as like a funnel on the farm. We cut the bottoms out and we use them for funnels.
Sure.
So
Yeah, that's what we do too around my house. Yeah, we cut the
You make a
cabin
great
still
point.
bottles. Yeah.
That's right. You make a great point about having a larger bottle to work with, having a 175 in there, because at some point in time, it's going to be too cold to go outside to take care of business. So at least you got some more room to work with there.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, the old Granddad
ladies?
114 has the wide mouth too. So
Yes. Yeah.
it does. It's a wide mouth whiskey.
Yeah, but if it's cold, it really doesn't matter.
So there you go, folks. This is why you need to have a trunk bourbon. So I think this show was more like a public service announcement. So
You're welcome.
we'll probably get some federal money for this one, though. They'll be like, "Yeah, we need to use this. We'll give you guys
We
a
should
grant."
get stickers. We should get
Stickers.
bumper stickers, so it's like
Trunk bourbon. Yeah,
Trunk
trunk bourbon approved.
Rescue us. There's a trunk bourbon.
trunk
Yeah.
bourbon. Yeah,
So Demetri, I'm going to dovetail too. He has the
as the
variety
industry
pack.
says. As the
He
industry
has
says.
the variety pack, and Kathy mentioned making friends with the bear. So we have the Wild Turkey 101. I think we need to get the honey Wild Turkey, the liqueur. Just give it to the bear. They like honey. It can have its own bottle. I don't have to share anymore. Besties.
Maybe throw in like a blackberry bird dog or whatever that whiskey is.
The bear would probably like it.
Yeah, you throw those
Bears
together.
do like to drink and stuff. You ever see when they've eaten like fermented fruit and that they'll just keep they're getting lit and they'll just keep going until they totally pass out. So yeah, they like to imbibe a little bit. So yeah. I can see them being.
Hey, we're going to find out what really happened with Cocaine Bear when that movie's released here in late
Oh, yes.
February.
Yeah.
And we're going to want to know that you're probably going to go with a bare-faced Canadian whiskey because you're probably not going to drink it yourself. But the bottle looks scary because there's claw marks on it. You can throw it at the bear, and the bear's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's down with this. He knows my culture. He's got it." And then he walks around with the bare-faced whiskey, and then you're happy and you're fine with the low proof. You can get rid of it, and you can run away, and Heidi will be safe, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, there you go. There's our thoughts on trunk bourbon. I think we put together a pretty nice show for the folks today. So we'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Kathy, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram. I am KK Cask Strength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
Demetri.
You can find me on Instagram at Demetri Kane or at Nobletons on Facebook and Instagram.
McNew.
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out because everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. And of course, come by and see us at the ABV Barrel Shop, Arnold, Missouri, a St. Louis suburb. Also, sign up for our email and text distribution at abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/theABVNetwork.
Great job today, gang. Farnance, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See everyone.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Another friend of ours is the Goldstein family at Goldstone Mill. The Goldsteins offer a variety of heritage and heirloom grains to make the finest whiskeys in the world. Plus, they are more than just a grain company. They are truly consultants to make sure the grains they are providing to you or your business meet your highest expectations. Additionally, they work with mills around the country, ensuring shipping is as low as possible for their customers. If you're a distillery, brewery, or even doing this at home, Goldstone can assist you. Check them out at goldstonemill.com, call them at 217-254-6613, or check in via email at hello@goldstonemill.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with a national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.